PAX West. Hello, hello, late night crew. Who has been to this before? Yeah? Thanks for coming back.
I can't wait for the panel.
Oh, good. It's starting now. Oh, goodness. So if you have been to one of these before, things are a little bit different this year. But just to kind of explain, Composer Sports is a show where we give professional composers, look at all these wonderful people, we're going to give them a surprise theme, or at least we gave them a surprise theme about a month ago, so they probably have no idea what they did at this point in time. It's kind of a theme or a genre, kind of depending on the year, but they only have an hour to compose the music to a video game cutscene. If you went the first year, we did Mario 1-1. Last year, there was a random cutscene and a random prompt. This year, it is going to be the same cutscene for all 5 of these lovely people, but I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. They're going to do their very best to have made music in an hour. We call it art. We'll see what happens. Depends. There's going to be a 15-minute check-in and a 35-minute check-in that I did on Zoom because honestly, we would love to have done this whole thing for you live, but like the cacophony would be deafening and just horrific. So we used Zoom breakout rooms. Nobody has seen the final minute-long clip of this cutscene except for me. So you get all to see them the same time they get to see them live. They've only seen their own, obviously. But we get to have these live reactions of everybody in the audience and of the composers. So thank you for coming to this Composer Sports thing that we've done 3 years now. They had us back. Thank you, PAX, for having us back. This is going to be a special one because it is a 20th anniversary panel. So we are going to do something that's very 20th anniversary related. This is all going to be related to games from 2004. But first, let's have introductions. So let's start all the way on the other end. Give us kind of your name, what you're known for, and a little bit about yourself.
Oh, is that me? Oh, hello. I am Glitch, also known as GlitchxCity. I am a music producer and content creator, and I love Pokemon a lot.
I also love Agumon. Agumon is my favorite Pokemon.
Hey, yo, wait a second, that's copyright.
Hello, my name's Larissa. My name's Larissa. I'm a composer for games like Manifold Garden or Dwarf Romantic. Yeah.
Hi, I'm fighter number 5, apparently. My name's Carlos. I go by Insane in the Rain on YouTube. I do a lot of things, but these days I'm a video game music composer and arranger primarily. I play the saxophone. I love jazz music, but I also love like all different kinds of music. I love playing lots of different instruments, so I like writing music that involves me playing and like layering a lot of different things together and combining genres, which you will see that I do some very questionable things in tonight's panel. Which I don't really remember, but I know were questionable at the time, so
and
I hope
some of them involve music.
This is true.
Hi.
It's late.
My name's ZW Buckley. I'm a composer and a music producer. I've had the honor of writing the soundtrack to Barbie, You Can Be a Fashion Designer VR, which is Barbie's very first VR game. And totally opposite of that, I'm currently scoring City from Knott's new upcoming game, Keyword 2 Nightfall. And this is the one time every year where I really quickly take a picture of all of you to prove to my mother that I'm actually doing something with my life.
Oh,
so
right.
Peace up for Deb.
Oh, wait, that's perfect.
Thank you.
Yo, what up, gamers? So I'm Kyle. You might know me as Kylydian if you're in the music sphere. I'm also a composer. I am primarily known for doing a lot of Minecraft IP content in collaboration with Dungeons & Dragons, Ninja Turtles, Disney World, Tron, Universal Studios, et cetera, et cetera. And this is my second favorite hour of the year. Second only to the hour where we've recorded this.
All right, so those are your 5 composers, and my name is Catherine. I'll be your, I guess I called myself a referee. For the evening, I'm a freelance voice actor as well as a dialogue editor. Most notably, I do the dialogue editing for Jackbox Games. So if you have not played the Naughty Pack, it is, oh, it's so good, and it's a weird amount of dialogue to edit at 10 a.m. in the morning. So my life is weird. Anyway, so that's us. Again, so it's the 20th anniversary of PAX, which is absolutely amazing. I happened to be here in 2004 for the very first one. It was over in the Bellevue Convention Center, and it was teeny tiny. And here we are 20 years later. So we wanted to choose a cutscene that we would rescore from a game that was released in 2004. And we could have picked Fable, Halo 2, World of Warcraft. There's so many amazing games. Like, here's some of the games that came out in 2004 if you don't remember. There is some real gems here, right? So there's lots of these things you probably are familiar with. This is a list of the musical genres that were kind of inspired by some of the amazing games from 2004. These are all options that are going to be on the wheel that we spin that then will torture these lovely composers into having an hour to write amazing music in these genres. So when it comes to picking a cutscene to rescore, there's a lot of really great games on this list, but we ultimately decided, I think, on the best possible game to choose a cutscene from.
Grandma, it's me. I got the chickens for the soup. And I had help from my 4 new friends.
Splendid. Now, if your friends will fetch me some blackbirds, I'll make them the best blackbird pie they ever tasted.
Shrek's starving for some great pie, and an old shut-in wants to make it for him.
Yeah. We chose Shrek 2. Which I'm sure you're all really familiar with. And because you're all so familiar with this game, I'm going to remind you, this is a cutscene from towards the end of the game that we are going to use.
Spoilers.
Now that's more like it. You're beautiful.
And you are truly handsome, Shrek.
Oh, no! Why?
I think my carriage is double parked.
You're not going anywhere, you incompetent little toad.
Ribbit!
Hey, Toots! You can't zap my father like that! I will never marry your son.
Looks like we got our happily ever after without your help.
All right, so that is a cutscene that goes into this big, end battle with this fairy godmother. Apparently, she wanted Fiona to marry her son. Anyway, that's all you really need to know. This is about a minute-long clip that we selected that would be representative of this absolutely incredible game. So now, moving on to what other game from 2004, released in 2004, are all of these lovely people going to have to rescore this minute-long Shrek clip to? Would you like to see what they all got to choose? And by choose, I mean they had no choice. Except they had one choice. It's always been an option every year for people to be able to mulligan once and only once, and then if you mulligan, you have to go with the next thing that's chosen. It's never been actually utilized the last 2 years, so I haven't mentioned it, but this year it is relevant. Before that, though, there was a cute little moment before we started scoring.
My wife was questioning why I had a video of Shrek 2 on my computer, and I had to explain to her that.
I'm so happy that you got to explain that.
Oh,
Just trust.
normally when you have to explain videos on your computer to your spouse, they don't normally involve Shrek.
I just had to add that. Anyway, here we go with some intro spins.
My tummy does hurt. All right, how are we feeling? We're about to spin this wheel. Lots of smiles.
I'm
Okay.
so excited.
My favorite day of the year.
It's Christmas in August.
It's Christmas in August. All right, so first up is going to be Larissa. Larissa, here we go. I'm hitting it.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay, I can do that. Okay.
You feeling good? All right, so for Sims 2, some new age, lounge jazz. I think everybody kind of knows the vibe of Sims 2, so get your woo-woo on. All right, next one is Kyle.
Oh, Lord.
Let's go, Kyle.
Kyle.
Oh, don't do this. Oh no.
No,
that's the one. No, I'm mulligan. I got it.
We did that one last year.
I got a mulligan.
We
I
did
gotta
see
use
what
it.
happened with this last year, so that is that's a fair one.
I cannot. That's one of my.
Nobody
twos.
can compete with what Zach did last year.
It
If
is
you want to
down
see
the
that,
wheel.
look
You
it
have
up
to
on
do
Twitch.
whatever it says.
Yeah, it's gonna be Leisure Suit Larry. It's gonna be a bad time.
So he has to go
I'm
with
gonna get
whatever
exactly
comes
what
up
I
now.
don't want here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Look at that.
Kyle gets Tony Hawk's Underground too.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I was so
We're
happy.
expecting some, like some pop punk or some ska, some hip hop.
Oh, I
See
have
what-
this on lockdown. I'm good.
Let's go.
Is this the first year that Kai will not have a heart attack?
Maybe.
My heart rate is 93. I'm good.
Great. Okay, cool. We'll be checking that throughout the show. Next up is ZW. Let's see. Does ZW have to compete with himself from last year for San Andreas, or will he get something different? Oh, all of these are so close to the line.
Dang.
I'm mulliganing.
That's
You're
the one.
mulliganing?
One of the two I don't really want.
Yes, there's a chance.
This is the year of mulligans, I guess.
The
We
other
have
one
not
I
won but
really
two
wanted. I'm a little
mulligans this
jealous
year.
right now.
After University
Okay.
of Pokemon, I'm just gonna cry.
Now I feel like it is going to be San Andreas just because you mulliganed. Oof.
Oh, whoa.
It was close.
Okay.
All right, ZW, you're doing Half-Life 2.
Not gonna lie, I was really kind of disappointed in the
Just
moment that I didn't get
industrial,
Leisure
dark electronica. Which way are you going to skew?
Suit. Maybe half and half.
A Half-Life, if you will. All right. Removing that one. Next we have
Getting down
Glitch.
to it.
Da-dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun. Are we ready for some horny vibes? Some romantic jazz?
Ah,
In the
do I
Glitch
mulligan
corner?
this?
I told you this was a bad wheel. This
I
is
really
not a good
don't
wheel.
want you to. But it's up to you.
I really wanted the horny vibes.
I believe in you.
We believe in a thing called love.
I have an idea, but I feel like if I mulligan, it's just the easy way out. I'm gonna commit.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude. There are other ways to say that, but we're not going to. This is a children's show, sort of. Okay, so last but definitely not least, Carlos.
Bro, you're gonna get Pokemon.
Big money.
Yeah,
Big
he's
money.
gonna get
So few
Pokemon.
left.
It's gonna be
Big money. I don't want Pokemon. Give me something that's not Pokemon.
All right, here we go.
Pokemon's too
Hearts.
easy.
Kingdom Hearts.
Or Ridge Racer.
All right.
yes.
Carlos
I am
gets
so-
Katamari Damacy.
I was so happy, and I'm still
ready.
so happy.
I'm
Some
so
quirky,
jealous.
lighthearted, so many
Oh, yeah.
different brass instruments.
There
Great,
are
okay.
there are no words in the English language that exist to describe the soundtrack of Katamari.
Just no words.
Yeah, there's no words, just.
It's a little preview about what you're about to see. So, how did you all feel about what you got? Like remembering it now.
Please go ahead. I was initially very excited about my reroll until I then started writing and realized that except for a cram study session, I had never played Half-Life 2 and really only listened to it once.
So for me, I was actually super jonesed about this because I was really wanting to get Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 last year, if I remember right, because I had to write a really, really fast Ninja Turtles soundtrack for Minecraft. And so I wrote tracks for like a minute and a half in like 3 hours. So this was like challenge mode for me. So I was stoked.
For me, Katamari, so I thought of, like, I was envisioning, like, how would I do a couple of these, like, in my head? Just, like, not like the whole thing, but thinking of, like, if I rolled this, I would, like, for example, if I rolled Tony Hawk, I would have, like, probably go, like, somewhere in the vocals, and then have, do some guitar stuff. And Katamari was one of the ones that I did brainstorm just a little bit on. I won't tell you what I brainstormed, but I was like, oh my gosh, I get to do the thing I was thinking about doing. So you'll see how it turned out. I was very excited.
For me, Katamari and Sims were the ones that I wasn't really worried about because I love those soundtracks. The others I wasn't familiar with. So I did a really intense cram study session, and I didn't listen to those two at all. So when I got Sims, I was like, oh yeah, I got this. But then I probably should have done a little studying because then I panicked. Because it sounds a lot different from the build mode of Sims 1, which is what I know the most.
So I kind of had a grasp on every single game except for the game that I got. We had like a whole discussion of what if someone had this game? And I'm like, I'm not gonna get it. I don't have to worry about it. And then it landed on me. I'm like, I could mulligan, and I can go for Kingdom Hearts. And I was hoping for Kingdom Hearts and Pokemon. Musically, I had no idea, but I had an idea.
I'm so happy that you got that one because in case anybody wants to know a little bit of how the sausage is made, pun entirely intended, I am the one single-handedly every year who has pushed to have one extremely horny option on the wheel. And nobody ever rolls the horny option.
I've been so...
This year, we rolled
wanted
the
that.
horny option.
We got it. It took 3 years, so we got the horny option, and I personally loved it. So I'm curious to see what you all think. But, all right, so... we're now going to do our check-ins. They're going to do the 15-minute check-in, 15 minutes through this hour-long process, and then there's going to be a 35-minute check-in. But this kind of gives you an idea of what were they thinking kind of in that first few minutes of like, well, okay, I have this prompt, I have this weird cutscene, now what do I do? So here we go. Hope you like my animations. I have to hit next.
Composer Sports is meant to be suffering. It's crying internally. Like I told you, it's behind the scenes. You just cry.
This is before he had his hour-long.
Hey, how are things looking? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm having so much fun. Let me adjust this one thing, and then I gotta switch my audio device over so you can hear everything. All right, so I rolled Katamari Damacy. I have not played Katamari, but I've listened to a lot of the music, and I've been involved with some covers of it and some arrangements of it, and the things that I take away are like how quirky it is, and how stylistically diverse it is, and how just wild it goes, and it's like a kaleidoscope of musical colors. Okay, so what I've decided to do so far is I've sketched out the structure of how I want this track to go, and I've worked out. I've basically finished the first part. So I will show that shortly. It has. I'm singing in this track, which I don't do very much, but I'll show you what I've got.
That's exciting.
I'll show you what I've got so far. The symbols aren't perfect, but here we go.
I love it so much.
I'm holding for applause.
That's what I've figured out so far.
That's great. I mean, where do you see this kind of going in the next few parts?
Completely different direction. Like
Cool.
this is the end of this section, which is like which is supposed to be like they're turning back into they're turning back into people. Oh wait, no, other way around. They're turning back into ogres. And then the next section is as you may be able to see by my markers, I have groovy, all over the place, trombone, la, and yeah, I have those markers to work with. So I think there's going to be some pretty wild stuff. I felt pretty good about this opening section, like it wasn't too much to put together, but I think the next part might be a doozy. So I'm in for it, but I'm having so much fun.
Okay, good. I'm so glad you're having fun. I'm gonna leave you to it, and I can't wait to check in and see where things are at later.
I hope future me doesn't regret this. Woo!
He did not.
Good. Excellent. I'm glad not.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
It sounds sexy already.
Duh. Bro, I have no idea what I'm doing. Carlos is gonna hate this weird reverb tenor sax.
Oh yes.
Like, I'm just like, okay, all right. So we went over this sax, and I don't know, maybe a bass. We'll probably fit that in. I'm adding in some reverb crash as well. Maybe some wind chimes. I don't know. That seems sexy, right?
Ooh, wind chime seems sexy. Yeah, that's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
So what do you got so far? Do you want to show or play kind of where you're at this point?
Yeah, sure thing. Let's see. Let's turn this down. All right, this is what I have so far. My swamp and sexy sax, question mark.
Wind chimes.
That's more like it.
All right, and I'm just like correcting the notes that I recorded. I'm just like, all right, let's just bang on the piano and see what happens. And this is where I'm at. I don't know if I'll even get to drums, maybe a bass, but I got this little part here. Hopefully I'll have enough time to get to this where it sounds really, really, really nice, but I'm not gonna show it yet.
Oh, okay, okay. And how, like, is this similar to anything else you've ever done before?
I guess maybe low, because I've been doing a lot of lo-fi recently. And with that, for low fidelity music, you can pretty much use anything for a lead. I don't think I've used or had an excuse to use anything with brass instruments yet for lo-fi. So I'm kind of tuning in a little bit of that, because here for the chords, usually with any type of music, I like messing with the chords. It's like my favorite thing to do.
Lounge Lizard, nice choice.
I don't know,
Okay.
this weird medley I got on for the
approve.
sax, I don't know, it was nothing. But when I added in some chords, I'm like, oh, maybe that's something. Maybe we can lo-fi this a little bit, and the sax carries for the
Correct.
sexy genre. But
Correct.
I'm big on sound effects as well. I'm just like, oh God, what type of sound effects do I use for this? Wind chimes, maybe. And so that's currently where I'm at. But to answer your question,
right.
no.
No.
But I'm making it work.
Sweet. Well, I can't wait to see what you got for me in about 20 minutes. I will be back.
All right, sounds good. I've never done anything like that in my life before.
So Carlos, as the saxophone expert, you approve?
Well, I would just like to note that if you were analyzing that clip very closely, you would have seen that Glitch spent some of her precious time manually coloring her tracks in FL Studio. And I just gotta say, like, that takes some real courage to do that in a session like this. So I'm really proud of you. Nice
I
job.
have to color correct my projects. How am I supposed to function?
I know, but mine's automatic. You did it manually. You're here driving stick in FL.
Whoa. We're not turning this into a doll war.
And moving on.
Hey, how we doing over here?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Okay, so remind us which game you got.
I got Half-Life 2, so we're going real moody and atmospheric here. Yeah, so I've just been laying out vibes. I started by kind of just marking out major moments in the scene, and then kind of started laying out some moods. So I can play for you what I have so far.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
ZW threatened to use that, and he did. He really did.
I
And
literally sent him that sound effect like 10 minutes.
He had a Discord chat and was like, oh yeah, this has been my partner's ringtone. It's really funny we're doing that game. And I was like, download.
I approve.
Yeah. All right, continuing on.
Now that's more like it. Wow.
So good.
And that's all I got so far.
Wow, I mean, that's a lot. That's like, because you've already got something kind of going on for almost the whole video, so that's impressive.
I mean, a game like a game like Half-Life is very atmospheric electronic stuff. So you can like really invoke a mood very quickly. Really, the thing that probably took me the most time, which wasn't necessarily that much, but was making sure to fulfill my promise to Kyle that I would sneak a portion of All-Star in. So this this is probably me giving away the baby with the bathwater, but this is my favorite moment by far. It's so good. It's so good. So
It's like sneaking in a word into your thesis, right? Like you just gotta get it in there.
Exactly.
So where do you see things kind of going for the next 40-ish
there
minutes?
are some like kind of heavy, ambient-y, moody guitars periodically in Half-Life, as well as some like trip hop drums. So I really kind of want to put those in there. Probably as like the tension ramps up a little bit here with the zap and the tail end. But I'm hoping that by time you come next, I can maybe even like be polishing. We'll see. I don't know. It might all go haywire, but it's working out so far.
I look forward to seeing it.
As soon as I got Smash Mouth in there, the pressure was off. It didn't. Like I could have just farted for 40 consecutive minutes for the rest of the time, and I would have felt satisfied.
Oh, what a precious moment. All right.
Oh, hey, Kyle.
Oh, hi. I'm having a good time.
You're having a good time? I'm so glad.
I'm having a good time. This is the best time in 3 years, I would say.
Sweet. All right.
Yeah,
Well, how are you feeling about the prompt overall? Like, is this something you've done before?
Oh, man. Yeah, let me tell you, have I done this? Yeah, when I worked on the TMNT for Minecraft, this is like all I did. I got this in the bag. No, I feel good. Let me mix it down for you so you can kind of hear some of it. So basically, I have a few stems in here, basically for guitar, rhythm guitar, drums, and bass. Well, I promise I'm almost there. And then I have a little bit of break in there while I figure some stuff out.
I feel like the drop is a good drop opportunity, you know?
There's not gonna be music there, I promise. Just working on a little bit out yet. I'll just leave it at that for right now. But yeah, we're gonna have something by the end of this. So
That's so exciting.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing more in about 20 minutes.
Sounds
I'm gonna
good.
run away, and I'll see you soon.
Yes, please leave me alone. I need to work.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone's always trying to kick me out. No one wants to just hang out and chat with me about their music. It's all, get away, I have things to do. All right, last but certainly not least of the last 15-minute check-in.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
This is the best thing I've ever written.
I hope that's true. No, I hope that's not true.
This is like the worst thing I've ever written.
I'm excited to hear it then. I bet it's not as bad as you think it is.
We had several crashes. I wanted to make one instrument work, but it does not want to work today, so I've given up. Okay, you can see in here.
Yeah.
That's my internal feeling right now. Okay.
Great. So happy for you.
And you are truly handsome, Shrek.
Oh, okay. That's as far as I've gotten.
So where do you kind of see this going from this point forward?
As I talk to you, I'm gonna edit because we don't got time to spare. I want to speed up the tempo so that the fairy godmother is like chaos vibes and then like mischief, because I feel like that's very Sims, at least identifiably so, because Sims 2 is such a wide variety of feelings. So I listened to the woohoo music and it was very like funky, kind of like sexy, funky vibes. And that wah guitar that I wanted to throw in was what wasn't working. So yeah, we're gonna really dig into the like build mode, buy mode kind of music now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I'm excited for you. Is this similar to anything else you've written before?
Nope.
Okay, great. Taking on a new challenge. I like it. I like that for you. All right, well, I will come back in about 20 minutes and see how things have progressed.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Everyone loves my check-ins.
The way your eyes got big at like the end of that last clip, you're like, thank you.
You can take longer than 15 minutes. That's fine.
But that was only 15 minutes after, like, they literally got their prompt and then went into a breakout room, and that was only 15 minutes in. Like, I think like that deserves a round of applause, right? Like, that's a lot. That was a lot of work that they accomplished in 15 minutes. And so the next segment is going to be 35 minutes in. So there's like a bit more established, but you don't get quite the secret sauce that you'll get at the very, very end. So here's the 35-minute check-ins. Back to the start. Whoop. Do I have to hit it again? Nope.
Hey, Carlos.
Hello. Okay.
I see more things on the screen.
Yes, this is going this is so much fun. This is going in an even more fun direction. So as I actually just messaged in our group chat, when is the end time for this? Because I kind of forgot in my head that I have about 25 minutes left. I think it's possible. So last time we were here, I showed you the intro, which I have since basically finished up, which has featured V-scatting. But what I have added since then is the transition to the groovy section. So I'll play this part.
Now that's more like it. Good, beautiful.
And you are truly handsome, Shrek. Oh, no! Why?
My carriage is double humped. You're
So I've just kind of got like this underlying groove thing going. I've got to figure out what goes on top of that. I have some ideas, like there's probably some brass stuff and some a trombone, as I wrote before. But now I just got to make sure that this makes it all the way to the end of the scene. Though I think that this groove will probably continue. So yeah, like I recorded this shaker and tambourine stuff. They're currently on the floor next to my chair because I had to throw them down after recording so I could do it fast. But that's just how it goes. There's some VST bongos and some bass. Woo. So all together, it's shaping up pretty well. I feel optimistic about the rest of this, and so far I think it's the fun Katamari energy that I wanted to convey.
I'm so happy with it. It sounds so great. So Do you feel like this sort of plays into your strengths or against your strengths with the type of composing you do?
I think it's kind of there are some pluses and minuses. One that I'm like a little familiar with the style. I do like fun groove based music. I'm definitely more of that type. I would say that like one of the challenges of this whole thing is that I actually haven't scored very many cutscenes in my time period. So like syncing up everything and figuring out where to synchronize stuff with cutscenes is a little bit tricky for me. I feel like I'm not used to it. And it's a balance between like Mickey Mousing and trying to hit every marker versus just letting the music just be good music that serves underneath. So I'm still figuring that out. But so far happy with it and hoping I can find one more place to put more vocals because that. I hope
you do too.
That is very reminiscent of the Katamari style, so I'd love to do that.
Well, I love what I'm hearing, and I can't wait to see the finished thing.
I hope it gets done.
I think it will. I think you have 20-ish minutes left. I think you're gonna do great, and I will see you at the show.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the perfectly cut scream.
Yep.
So the Carlos from that time wanted to do more vocals. He did. There's more vocals in the end of the track, and I remember at that point I was freaking out because it took me longer than I expected to get that groove figured out. So I just basically copy-pasted it to the end, and then I had to come up with the rest of the melody, which we'll hear eventually. And I do play the trombone, so there is trombone.
It's very exciting. I'm so excited for you to hear all these at the end. But first, a few more check-ins.
Hello.
All right, listen to this. I have no idea what it sounds like. You just hopped in when I put this in.
Exciting.
I didn't think that would work.
So what is it that you were just testing? What did you not think was going to work?
Just drums, because it's like, because I only have an hour, I'm like, I'm not gonna do my drums by hand. So I'm like, okay, let's see if we can find a loop, stretch it out, make it sexy. And then I'm working on the bass line. I think I got the melody down, probably a little tidbits to tinker with. It's just the bass line and drums, honestly, at this point.
Cool. Well, do you want to, like, don't give away the whole farm, but what's some little maybe spots you could show us or something you're proud of at the moment?
Literally the beginning.
Yeah, okay,
Literally
okay,
just
cool.
the beginning.
It's very sexy. I love that.
I didn't think I could do that. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you have 20 minutes left. I'm kind of curious, does this play to your strengths or against your strengths as a composer? I know you haven't done anything like this before, but curious what you think.
To my strengths, because initially when it was picked, I'm like, oh man, I got sax. And then I think once I got the chords down, I just picked an instrument or a sound that I was really familiar with, and I feel like it could work and kind of just build off from there. So I would say a little bit to my strengths, just a little bit.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. Okay, well, you have 20 minutes left, so I'm going to let you finish, and I will see you at the show.
All right, sounds good.
Oh yeah, that sounds sexy.
Right? That's some good, sexy vibes.
Some might even say swampy.
I'm very excited. Okay, a few more. Almost there.
Hello, I'm here.
How's it going?
It's going great. How's it going for you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Are you,
I was like, I don't want to stop and talk to you. Good. I've got that dialogue section. I wanted to kind of slip in some heavy battle music, and I kind of really wanted Doom, so I'm almost doing a little bit of a Doom-esque thing here towards the end. So I will play from partway through.
Okay.
Going anywhere, you incompetent little toad.
Hey, Toots! You can't zap my father like that! I will never marry your son!
Looks like we got our happily ever after without your help.
And then fade out to finish us off.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd place to stop, but that is where it stops because the battle happens. So I think that's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, gonna bounce levels, figure out what's happening in the zap, clean up a bit, tidy up, but I think I'm in a good place.
That's great. Yeah, you got about 20 minutes left. How you feeling?
Great. Honestly,
Okay.
I feel better this year than I have in
Perfect.
previous years, which is amazing.
Yeah, we'll practice at it now, which is great.
That's true. That's true. Competition vet.
All right. Well, we'll see how it ends up.
I love the guitar licks at the end. So good.
I just really wanted to sneak in metal guitars, so I was like, all right, we're just gonna do it. Why not?
You're sneaking a couple different things in there.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Just little treats.
Just for me, just
all right.
a little salami.
Hello.
How's it going?
Has it really only been 20 minutes?
You have 20 minutes left, so that's
good Lord. That's
how you
scary.
feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling fine. I'm not worried about it.
So without giving us the whole thing, is there some piece that you wanna show us that you've been working on?
I'll play the second half of it. I don't have basic drums in yet, and you're like, wow, you're not gonna have those in. I'm like, yes, I am. So
Of
we're
course
gonna.
you are.
Yeah, so
I have full faith.
Yeah, so we're just gonna actually take the same bounce this time because I only added a little bit in the middle while I was trying to figure out because I realized that I actually skipped over a little bit of the middle. That happened, but it happened.
Okay.
So, all right, let's see if this works.
Manic, Kyle.
You hear it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. About where we left off last time. There we are. That's the end of it.
Nice.
That's the part of the clip. So yeah.
And for this, so some of the other composers have blocked out where certain moments or sound effects happen in the clip. Are you doing that, or are you generally making a track for the whole clip?
I'm literally just making a track for the whole thing. Okay. Honestly, that's kind of what I'm going. I kind of tried to hit the bigger story beats of them turning back into the ogre and then the end of it. So there is stuff there. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to focus this around the more upbeat Tony Hawk style music rather than the super down grungy type of stuff, because it's supposed to be a happy type of cutscene, and honestly, if I'm speaking completely, this is my own opinion, obviously, but I don't necessarily think this cutscene has the strongest story beats to hit necessarily.
What?
It feels kind of rushed. It kind of feels rushed through in a lot of ways. It's not like last year where Aerith was dying, where there was key moments that was I'm gonna write these exact sections. It kind of just all melds into itself, especially when it's this Tony Hawk style music, So yeah.
Wait. Yeah, totally fair.
Wait.
So I'm kind of curious, what else are you gonna add besides drums?
I'm gonna add a bass to it. Generally you think about the rock style tracks, and you normally have your guitar, your rhythm guitar. I was planning on doing both of those together, but I'm kind of just trading up back and forth between guitars instead, and then drums and bass. And so those are the last two things I have to write, and those will be good by the end of it. So
cool.
But I do have to finish them.
All right. So I'll let you finish them. You got about 15 minutes.
Yep. Sounds good. Thank you.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
Your story beats comment is nuts, and for sake of time, I'm not gonna fight you on it.
I'll fight you after.
All right. Last check-in before the final
Hey,
videos.
how's your carriage?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
My
So
carriage?
have we had any more crashes, or are things going better?
No, once I gave up on that instrument, it was better. I'm almost able to cover the end. Do you want to see the second half that I just did? Okay, where did we left off? Here.
Oh no! Why? I think my challenge is double pop. You're not going anywhere. You incompetent little toad.
I feel like the short string orchestral stuff is very Sims to me, at least. So
Yeah.
it sounds a little cartoony, but I still think it fits within the era and the game, I hope.
Yeah, I think, it is more cartoony than anything that anybody else is really doing. So I think that, that really works and plays to its strengths. I'm kind of curious, what else are you planning for the last 15-ish minutes of the session?
I feel like it's so bare right now. I want to try and like add music to the end. I'm just debating adding music to the end or just like fleshing out what I already have. I don't know. I haven't even come to a decision about that yet. So deciding between that. I want to get like drums in because I feel like Sims always has like a cool shaker or something.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. That
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
And then I don't know. I want to throw in like a little stupid thing that will save for surprise. So
I do like surprises at the end. That's exciting. Do you feel like this process has kind of played against you or to your strengths?
I think I got really lucky with this pick because I do know Sims, and out of all of the ones that I was mentally preparing for, this was the one, and this and Katamari I was like worried about the least. So, but it has been like a long time since I've scored a picture. So like finding ways to transition between vibes and tempo changes has been fun, but like I'm not used to it. I'm not in the groove of doing it.
Yeah, it sounds similar for some other folks of scoring to picture is not what they normally do. So it's a fun challenge. It's cool to see the results, but I think you're doing an amazing job and I can't wait to see the end.
Me too.
All right, I will let you finish up and we'll see you at the end.
All right, but before the exciting reveal, I'm curious for everybody, how long did an hour feel? You want to start, Glitch?
It felt like 5 minutes, I'm gonna be honest. It went by so quick, but I was also having fun with working with this song, which is very weird.
Yeah, it felt like 5 minutes. Just agree. That's it.
I would say it felt like 60 minutes.
You have such a concept of time, Carlos. Weird.
Approximately.
See, and as somebody who has ADHD, I literally have no concept of time. So 60 minutes felt like, I don't even, like the length, it didn't feel like anything. It was so fast. It was so fast.
This one actually felt like 60 minutes because the previous year I did a whole orchestra, and that was like that felt like zero time. But this one, like I wrote the whole melody, so it was like, I had time to iterate on that thing.
Right.
That was neat.
Kyle, I almost wish you were more stressed because I think you're more fun to watch when you're stressed.
Oh yes, I understand this.
But on one hand, like for you as a person, I'm glad that you're okay. I'm glad that we didn't shave off 50 minutes from your lifetime with this amount of stress you'd be induced. But on the other hand, content.
I mean, Kyle probably would have been more stressed if we had given him a scene with strong story beats to start. But thankfully, we chose something incredibly boring with no action at all.
I'm gonna fight you after this.
Anyway, let's watch.
I will die on this hill.
Paint drying in 3, 2, 1. All right, who's ready to see Carlos? The final minute.
Now that's more like it. You're beautiful.
And you are truly handsome, Shrek. Oh no! Why?
I think my carriage is double parked. You're not going anywhere.
Hey, Toots! You can't sound my father like that! I will never marry your son!
Looks like we got our happily ever after without your help.
That was fun. So yeah, that choir has I think I recorded myself like la 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 la, then like 4 times and like up the octave a couple times. I always thought, I'm so glad that, because I feel like when I hit puberty, as a kid I kind of had a high voice, and I feel like when I hit puberty, I never lost. My voice got lower, but I never lost the ability to use my high voice. So I thought now was finally a great time to actually use it.
I think the results are great. The results are wonderful. Any comments from your fellow composers?
I thought it was really cool how you took the rhythm of her saying, I did this too, a little Mickey Mousing with the why. It kind of establishes a tempo that I noticed you followed, and you syncopated this little chord. It was like, why, chord. It was like really jazzy in the middle there, I noticed. That was really cool.
That's the first I'm thinking about that. Like, that was not conscious, thank you.
That trombone was pretty awesome. Very Katamari.
Dude, thank you.
Now we're moving on to Glitch's Sexy Vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Now that's more like it. You're beautiful.
And you are truly handsome, Shrek.
Oh no! Why? I think my carriage is double parked. You're not going anywhere, you incompetent little toad.
Hey, Toots! You can't zap my father like that! I will never marry your son!
Looks like we got our happily ever after without your help.
Will be dropping on Spotify momentarily.
Do you feel like you achieved the sexy vibe you were going for?
I think so, because prior to all of us choosing the games, I actually got a crash course of what this game is. Please watch any gameplay at your own risk. I cannot stress this enough. And what it came down to, you need a saxophone and a lot of reverb. I'm like, I got 2 of those, so I'm good.
That's my life right there.
The thing that's so amazing is like it's so common in like any kind of like lo-fi or like smooth hip hop to just have the most benign, random like quotes from movies or TV shows, or in this case, the video game adaptation of a sequel to a great movie, and like the dialogue just works so perfectly under the beat. It's amazing.
I was like, I didn't think it would work so well. Oh my gosh.
You ready for the third? 3rd out of 5. ZW, inspired by Half-Life 2.
Now that's more like it. You're beautiful.
And you are truly handsome, Shrek.
Oh no! Why? I think my carriage is double parked. You're not going anywhere, you incompetent little toad.
Hey, Toots! You can't zap my father like that! I will never marry your son!
Looks like we got our happily ever after without your help.
So about those story beats.
It was so hard to find them, everybody. I just had to make them up. I found a few, thankfully. Hopefully it didn't seem that awkward of transitions, but...
You improved on the original so much.
I don't know if you mean Shrek or Half-Life, but thank you.
Shrek.
Oh, Any commentary from your fellow composers?
Bro, it was like a movie.
Now I want a Half-Life Alex or something DLC mod with Shrek, where you just walk around.
Oh, yeah. It was a good crossover. I liked it.
Call me, Valve. I'm around.
Call me. All right, Kyle, we have Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Now that's more like it. You're beautiful.
And you are truly handsome, Shrek.
Oh no! Why? I think my carriage is double parked. You're not going anywhere, you incompetent little toad.
Hey, Toots! You can't zap my father like that! I will never marry your son!
Looks like we got our happily ever after without your help.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it came out, and, it came out,
It came out.
Yeah, no, it's an hour. And, I think that at the end of the day, I feel best, I think, about this track in comparison to what I did the first couple years in regards, looking back on it, because I don't think I've actually listened to the track then, since back when I wrote it. I think that I probably would have spent less time iterating on the melodies, looking back on it. But
What would you have done instead?
what would I have done instead? Oh, what I normally do in Panic.
Oh, yeah, okay. So just fill in the panic with the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can collect skate to that track.
Yeah, maybe.
I could throw down a Mad Mountain Dew to that track.
We have the Mountain Dew cooler at home.
Perfect. I'm coming over.
Yes.
Okay, 5 videos. This is the 5th one. Are you prepared? See the last one? Larissa, do you remember any of this?
No.
Great, okay. Let's watch it instead.
Now that's more like it. You're beautiful.
And you are truly handsome, Shrek.
Oh no! Why? I think my carriage is double parked. You're not going anywhere, you incompetent little toad.
Hey, Toots! You can't zap my father like that! I will never marry your son!
Looks like we got our happily ever after without your help.
I added an Easter egg, but you couldn't hear it. The Easter egg was the woohoo sim sound when they go up and like, yay! Okay, some people heard it. Thank you. Yay, that's good.
I loved it. It was so delightful and enchanting and so cute, and it made me want to go play The Sims.
And just all of the complexity of all the timing of the different non-existent story beats you hit. That would have been so hard to do if the story beats were there, but the fact that you made them up and hit them so excellently was amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it gave me like that orchestra part reminded me of like a Rhapsody in Blue kind of vibe from Gershwin, and I love how I love how you made that part have like its own distinct little groove, and how you ended the song. Like you ended it properly, and it felt like so clean.
That was an accident, but I'll
Don't.
take it.
You say thank you, Carlos.
I'm a pro.
There you go. Nice job.
So there you have it. 5 very, very different takes on Shrek 2. And you can see like how much was influenced by those various games on this one little cutscene. And it made it really different, even though the story is there, all those story beats that don't exist. But they felt all really, really different, all 5 of them. Just to give you an idea of how this game ends and how weird this game is, if you want to go play Shrek 2, I want to show you the ending that happens right after this big boss battle, because I think it's ridiculous.
Well,
the actual
Shrek
music.
and Fiona got their happily ever after all. Now put down the controller and go outside to play. We're done. Really. It's over. That is all, folks.
All right, go outside.
All right,
play.
thank you.
Go play. Go outside.
Go outside and play, I guess. Thank you all so much for coming. If you want to find any of us on socials, these are our websites and social media related things. I think I have like one last little thing. No, I don't. Okay, cool. Just gonna, sorry, I know, there we go. We have these lovely little ears. If someone could take a photo of all of us, I would love to throw them out into the crowd if anybody would like these. But I will leave this slide up. Can we take a little group photo over here?
Where's this?
Wait, what's happening?
Where's this photo?
It can be awkward. It can be
Is-
right here. Clinton's gonna
All
take
right,
a photo
first
of
we're
us.
gonna look
Oh,
here.
okay.
Okay. You want a photo? 3, 2. Okay, now we're looking over here.
Okay. Oh God.
3,
Oh
2.
no.
Okay, and now you can have the ears, because I don't want it.
Does anybody want an ear?
Oh, wait, you got 2 right there. Hey,
Thank you for coming.
oh!
What just happened?
Thank you.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.